Okay. I had to stop it and start over because I don't know what I did and I didn't know how to fix it. I'm back. Okay. I'm back. I didn't know what I did. Like I didn't know how to fix that. So I had to stop it and start over. Like I didn't know how to fix it. Y'all know I don't know how to do certain stuff now. So I dropped the link again. I dropped the link again. Boo, come back up. I don't know what I did. I had to drop the link again because I didn't know how to fix it. Y'all know I don't know how to do this do certain stuff. So come back up. I dropped the link again. All right. I had to stop it and start over because I didn't know I had to stop it and start over because I didn't know how to do it. Okay. I dropped the link again. Now y'all come back up. Let's talk about these frenemies. That's what I should have said. I should have called it frenemies because technically like that's what they are. You know what I mean? You ever had a friend tell you, "Oh, this he ain't about nothing. You need to leave him alone." And then she messing with him. She sleep with him. Like how that work? Was he not good for me? Is he a no good ninja, or is it that he's you want the ping? That's why you got to stop telling friend, tell your homegirls about the dude. Like, oh, he can f. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like you know, you may do that when you 20. But you can't tell your friends that he got good ping because guess what? She gonna try it. She gonna want to try it. Do not make that mistake of telling your friends about your ninja or how good it is and he's this and he's that and stuff like that because guess what? They gonna want to go find out for themselves. And what happens? You know what I'm saying? Like it's it's frenemies because at that point, like they're not your friend. They really want to go see for themselves, right? So, you know, I don't I just I don't think that that's good. Boo, I dropped the link. Where you at? I put the link in the chat. Let me redo it. I dropped it again. I just dropped the link again. So let's see. Cause I know I'm not the only one, right? I know I'm I can't be the only one with a story like this. I just know for a fact that I cannot be the only one with a story like this. There go my homie. Boo!
What's up, boo?
Nud.
Girl, it's crazy you got this thing called story time because I was just on this Instagram live, but they ended the live. This lady had a story. So apparently she was raised by her grandmother and grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her for an interview too, because this story is crazy. She was raised by her grandmother and grandfather, and she believed that all her siblings were her aunts and uncles. But it turns out her mother, who was put into a mental institution at, I want to say, like a early age, I want to say teenage years or whatever, or maybe early 20s. She went to a mental institution because her daddy raped her.
I was just thinking that she was raised by her stepmama and daddy.
No, basically, her grandfather is her daddy, and her aunt is her sis, is her mama. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
So,
because I remember I told you how I was raised, right? The same person
mm-hmm.
raised my mama and raised me. So if I'm gonna send you
Yeah,
his obituary and it show that we sisters when that's my mama.
but this the thing though. Her daddy raped her mama, and then they passed it off as if that, you know what I'm saying, that they was that the baby she had was biologically theirs. But the fact of the matter is, it was only the daddy because the daddy raped his child. Does that make sense? Am I telling it right?
Yeah, it does. I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, so wait, so the girl go away and have the baby, and then the granddaddy is really the real daddy,
Yes.
and the grandma who's being saying that she's the mama is
Yes.
really the grandma.
Technically, the grandmother is not related. The way it worked was, it was
Boo.
a lady. All right, two people have children. Have children. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure that out. I'm not. I'm following it, but I'm
And
just
within
trying to
having these
put them
kids,
together.
one of the kids gets pregnant real early, real early. One of their kids get pregnant
Okay.
real early, and then they send this kid off to a mental institution. Well, the problem with that is the lady was pregnant after the sister. I'm sorry, after the child. I'm sorry.
Hold on,
I'm
boo.
sorry.
Your phone breaking up. Say it again. Say it again.
Hold on. I'm about to leave out and come back in because I need to be able to hear. Hold on.
Okay. I think I'm following it. I think the grandma. This sound like it's a good story. This is a good story. It's story time. It's story time. Girl, look on my Facebook, these Africans, you know how the Africans be trying to send you friend requests. Don't be sending me no friend requests so that you can try to steal my information. The devil is a lie. I refuse. Forget all of that. Like they not like us, and they literally low key be trying to steal our information. Ain't that's the craziest thing in the world? They be literally trying to steal to steal our stuff. Let me see if I need to drop the link again. Oh wait, let me see. Let me drop the link again. Who else got the story? It's story time. Let's tell a story. Who else got a story to tell? I know I'm not the only one that got a story to tell. Let me. I say I start telling some of the stories that I know, but I ain't gonna do it because it ain't my story to tell. You know what I ain't? So I ain't gonna do it. There go my sister. I'm here, so you can hear. Check it out.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead. I can hear you good now.
All right, sorry, I had put the car had came off the Bluetooth. Okay, so this is what happened. So a woman and a man have children. One boy, let's just say, I don't know how many girls, let's just say 5 girls, right? So they have these kids. One of the daughters the kids and ended up pregnant. She kept the baby. She was made to keep the baby, I'm assuming, or whatever. And because of that, or right after that, she was committed to a hospital. They let her give birth. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. So wait, she didn't go to the place while she was pregnant. She was home the whole time she was pregnant.
I'm assuming so. I just according to the story, the lady said that her mother was committed after she had her. Now I don't know if she went in and out before. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm following it. I just was trying to figure out what a lady was when she was pregnant, but she probably was home. That's some fucked up shit. But
so the grandmother and grandfather raised their daughter's child as if the child was theirs. So that means the lady whose story it is, she grew up all this time thinking her grandmother was her mama, her grandfather was her grandfather. Her grandfather was her grandfather, and that all her sisters and brothers were really like her siblings.
Right.
Okay, did I say that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was raised under the pretense that's her mama and her daddy.
Right.
Now the mama been locked in a mental institution for 46 years.
What?
46 years, and she's trying to get the mama out. But this the game. Before she knew that was her mama, she thought that was her auntie. Because remember, the grandfather and grandmother raised her as her child. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So she thought I'm sorry, I'm taking my clothes off. She thought that her mother was her aunt, but it came out later after her grandmother finally admitted it, and she took blood tests that her grandfather is really her daddy, right? But she already thought he was her daddy because they raised, her like as if they were hers, like if she was theirs. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But the grandfather is really her grandfather and her daddy because he raped his own child and got her pregnant.
Oh my God.
And then she went into the mental institution.
That shit drove her crazy.
Yes, basically. And she's been locked up for 46 years.
Wait.
In the mental institution. So
how did she be there so long?
Because she said the grandmother signed over her rights to the mama. That's another thing. After her grandmother finally admitted that that's really your mama, and not your aunt or sibling or whatever, which technically is her sibling and her mama, because the daddy, you see what I'm saying? After she admitted that, what happened was she said her grandmother gave signed over the rights to her mama, thinking that she was signing over to get her some help, but they keep her heavily medicated, and the mama ended up getting pregnant at the crazy house.
Again?
Yes, so that means either one of the workers or one of the patients impregnated her mama at the crazy house.
Yep. Oh, I was thinking one of the workers because in my mind I'm thinking, how would a patient have access to her
exactly?
So I'm thinking it got to be somebody that worked there, right?
I would think so too.
Because in my mind, I'm kind of thinking that the mental institute would be kind of like a jail.
Yeah.
Boys and girls don't share rooms. So the only person that will have access is a worker, I'm assuming. I don't know. Correct.
That's what I would think so too. Unless they letting people come out of their their rooms and stuff and mixing in with the women.
Right.
So where was I? Oh, so the reason she know for a fact, because her grandmother still wouldn't admit that her husband raped her daughter and got her pregnant. But the reason she know it to be fact, because when her mama ended up pregnant in the institution, right? They wanted to give her an abortion, but she needs somebody, the next of kin, to do so. And her grandmother had already passed by that time. So she had to go down there and take a blood test. She had to go down there and take a blood. And I hope I'm telling the story right. That's why I want her to come on the channel. But she had to go down there and take a blood test to prove. And she said she was 98% her grandfather's child and 1% or 2% her mama's child.
Oh my God.
So it's confirmed by science that her grandfather is her grandfather and her daddy.
Bitch, put me in the room with my mama. Bitch, put me in the room with my auntie mama, because that's where I would need to go at this particular point. Put me in the room with my mama. You know what I mean? Like that, I don't know. That is so messed up.
Yeah. And she was trying to get help, right? She wanted to get help because she wanted to get her mother out of the institution, because they don't treat them people well in them institutions
at all.
And she been in there for 46 years, ever since she found out she was, pregnant by her daddy. So it's obvious the daddy was over there raping her. The people in the comments were like, oh, she was sleeping with her daddy. If she's 13, 14, how she sleeping with her daddy?
But do you think she was really crazy, or was this the cover up? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they would try to make it seem like it's you and not the person. You know what I mean? Like, was this lady really crazy?
Probably not.
Is it that what she said was so, what she was saying, a person can say something wrong with you. You got to be crazy to think that your daddy raped you. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm thinking, I don't know, man. I'm thinking this lady probably, but you have to see doctors on a regular basis. How would they continue to medicate this girl and continue? Because what the family said, it's an all-out lie that you're lying. Your daddy could have never raped you. Why wouldn't they never do a paternity test for the girl?
Because you gotta understand too, this black people back in them days, they wasn't about to go get no paternity test to prove that. It was whatever the grandma said. And the grandma kept rolling with the lie that wasn't her daddy. But her mama, she went to visit her mama one time, and her mama told her, that's your daddy is your grandpa. And your grandpa is your daddy.
And that's why they like, oh yeah, this be crazy as hell. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's why they keep saying, oh, she crazy. Because what she's saying, it to them, it doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? Like, but
I think it makes sense to them. I think the problem is then if they admit that, then they would have to admit that their grandfather was raping his daughter. And if they have to admit that, then the grandmother's going to have to divorce her husband and everything's going to change. Does that make sense?
Yep. It does. And
Nikki Nicole said, how is she pregnant by? Who was she pregnant by in the institution? We don't know. But they gave her an abortion. Because they didn't listen. If they find out one of the workers or even one of the patients impregnated that lady, do you understand? Girl, the lawsuits, girl, right? So they hurry up and gave the lady an abortion.
They messed her up, man. Like, that is so messed up. They literally messed up this lady's life. Like, it's to be raped by your father and get pregnant by your father, and then for everybody to say that you crazy, not this nigga who's doing the crazy stuff, who's touching his child. He's not considered crazy, but yet and still they lock you away and say that you crazy. And
right.
That's sad, man. That's so messed up. That is so messed up on so many levels. Even the daughter finding out at that particular moment, to me, if it was me, that shit would give me PTSD. You see what I'm saying? Me.
Right.
I can only imagine what it did to her. And the
right.
crazy thing is that they will all say, you crazy, something wrong with you to even say that about your daddy, your granddaddy daddy, uncle daddy, granddaddy daddy. But ain't nothing wrong with old boy.
Exactly, but that's black culture. Y'all know how it is with black culture.
Let me tell you,
These women and these people is not about to blame the nigga. They about to put it on everybody but.
you absolutely right. You absolutely right, because I had somebody in my family touch me. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I literally told my mama, because you know I was adopted. So I literally told my mama. And you know what she told me? Girl, he probably was just drinking. You all right.
Mm-hmm.
But that traumatized the hell out of me. You see what I'm saying? Like that
Right.
really messed me up. And for them, like, you know, not to say let's call the police, let's get the police involved. Like black people, that's something we don't do. We don't call the police. We don't get the police involved. We sweep it up
Nope.
on the rug, because in our mind they got us thinking slavery has fucked up our men to the point. You see what I'm saying? That they don't want to put them in the hands of the white folks.
Girl, that is all excuses to me.
You see
Listen,
what I'm saying?
certain people need to be in the hands of the white folks. People who unalive people need to be in the hands of the white folks. People who violate children need to be in the hands of the white folks. Certain people need to be, and I think that black people use that as an excuse. That's just
And
period.
I'm gonna tell you what was told to me. That person told me I was teasing them. Now, remind you, I was 10 years old. I think maybe 11. I was 11 years old. I had never heard that word. I didn't even know what that meant. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, like it was like, don't tease him. And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck that means, for one. And how do you not do it? Like, I was so confused. Like, literally being blamed for a grown person trying to have sex with me. I had no idea what the hell.
That's horrible.
You see what I'm saying? I had no idea what that meant. I didn't even know what I was doing. What I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the longest time, I literally tried to figure out, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do to make that person do what they did? Like, and how can I not do whatever I did to make them not want to touch me again? You see what I'm saying? Because they continue to try to do it, and all I was trying to do was not be touched. But I didn't even know what the hell I was doing. But I had to realize now as an adult, I think I was in my 30s when I realized that ain't even your fault. I think I was 35. I had to be 35 when I realized that's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? And I wish at 11 somebody would have told me that's not your fault. You see what I'm saying? Like, do you like the life decisions and choices that I made that affected me because of what happened at 11 could have been reversed or not even happen. You see what I'm saying? Because in my mind, I'm thinking that I did something, and doing something, I didn't even know what the hell I was doing.
But that was a sick culture that we had, and some of us still have to this day in America. It's a sick culture that we had and still have to this day. And it's disgusting. And it's something that we've been doing for long, long periods of time. Simone asked, did he sleep with the other girls? I think he did. And let me tell you why.
That's a good question.
So she asked if the granddaddy slept with his other daughters. Let me tell you why I think he did. Because when her cousin came up on the live, her little cousin, who wasn't even born when all this was going on, and was like, she lying on my grandfather. That never happened. That never happened. So the lady ends up going off. And she was like, how the hell you gonna tell me what was going on when you wasn't even born? You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was thinking, little girl, like, what? How you know? Well, long story short, she got mad with the little girl and said, you need to shut up. And you gotta mind your tongue. She said, because I go off and say a whole lot of stuff and air a whole bunch of people out. And I'm telling you, you think you messed up now, you will really be messed up. So I'm thinking the granddaddy was over there with all of them girls.
Yep. And the thing is, like, family secrets. Like, I remember, I remember my brother said one time, my little brother, he was saying, what goes on in the house need to stay in the house. You remember they used to say that in black culture, what goes on in the house, stay in the house. No, sometimes what's going on needs to be exposed so
Yes.
that you can be exposed. If something hurts you, don't keep nobody else's secrets. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't let nobody ever make you feel like you have to keep and protect somebody else's secret only because they want to keep it a secret because nigga, you a predator. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's not fair. Like, that's so not fair. That is so. That shit was just pure trauma. Like, just thinking about it. Like, I literally, that was the worst time of my life, man. Like, honestly, if I knew what running away was, I think I probably would have tried it. You know what I mean? But I ain't know nothing about none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I knew I think I probably would have tried it. I think I would have been better off trying to go fend for myself, trying to go figure out life by myself instead of like, and it's crazy because you got family members that don't even, I don't know if I'm the only one. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm the only one, but I got people in my family that look at you in a sexual way. Don't look at you as family. They literally look at you in a sexual way. Girl, you know, I do something to you. What the fuck? Like, my husband, every time we go to a family event, he be looking like this. He be like, man, babe, he was like, you don't see what I see. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that's it just, I don't know, man. I think I've been traumatized so much in my life that I think nothing that would happen probably would ever faze me. You know what I'm saying? Going forward in life.
Yeah.
That's why I keep my kids to myself. Like, I think my twins was maybe 5 years old. And you know, all my kids a year apart, right? And so if the twins was 5, Amber was 6, Quincy was 7, before they ever spent the night to somebody else's house. And that was one of my best friends whose house they spent the night to, because I was so afraid to let them go to somebody's house, because I was so afraid that what happened to me, I never wanted to happen to my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was just afraid to let them go. Even now, like, I don't let them spend the night in nobody's house because I'm afraid of what somebody else would try to do to them, family or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I understand. I understand. Like I say, I thank God I've never had to experience any of that, but I understand. I've heard many stories from women who has had to experience those things. And we've all been around inappropriate men, whether they family or not. You know what I'm saying? And it just sucks. Oh, sister, do me a favor. Put my name in your title. And so people will come to your channel. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, how do I do that?
Like when you can
are you saying after the video over?
And when you just put like, you know, whatever your title is and put wit and then add Voodoo Doll TV. So when if you add me and then put a hashtag Voodoo Doll TV in the description, when people look up my name, they're gonna pull up me too. You see what I'm saying? They're gonna pull up your video, I mean.
Okay.
But I was just saying that for algorithm. But what I'm saying is we have a history. Black American people have a nasty history of covering up for people. We just do. It's sick, it's sad, and it's unfortunate, but it's the fact. We allow a lot of things, and sometimes still to this day, allow a lot of things to pass off the strength of saving any of these weird ass men. And like this lady, we in 2024, she's on there telling her story, and somebody who's way younger than her automatically, you lying. Little girl, what you mean? You weren't even here.
Exactly. How you gonna tell somebody how what happened to them? You see what I'm saying? Like, and then that's one thing that we do too. We try to belittle somebody's trauma as if what happened to them didn't affect them. You see what I'm saying? Like, how can you belittle what this lady is saying? You wasn't even born. How can you belittle her trauma? Because even if she grew up in a house with her granddaddy, daddy, and he never did anything to her, and he was the perfect gentleman, what he did to her mother will still cause her trauma.
Hell yeah. And especially
give her PTSD.
And especially her not knowing that her mother was her mother. I think she said since she was like 13. Was she her mama first told her? She didn't even know. And I don't quote me on it, but I think she said she didn't find out till later that her mother was her mother and not her aunt. She thought that was her aunt locked up in the mental facility. But the whole time, the lady who was in the facility is actually her mother. Her grandmother is not related to her because her daddy raped her mother.
That's so messed up.
And the whole family knew about it. You can't tell me everybody else didn't know.
Everybody knew. Everybody knew.
Crazy because she probably didn't want to keep the baby. But the mama probably said made her have it. You know what I'm saying? And then, or maybe she didn't go crazy. Maybe they put her in a crazy hospital to get rid of her. Because black people don't like their business in the street.
And you know what? You remember, like, have you ever heard, like, back in the days when somebody get pregnant, they send them somewhere else to have a baby. And be like, such and such broke their leg, but that was key word that she was gone because she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like that is insane to me. Like, I don't know that I know just hearing the story bring up my PTSD or my trauma. You know what I mean? So I know that gotta really affect that girl. Like, that gotta really affect her in a messed up way. You know what I'm saying?
And she beat cancer twice.
Like, that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what my husband be saying. My husband be saying, babe, like, you don't know. And people really don't understand what it's like to be. And then, like, if you got a curvy body or you got a nice shape, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta wear baggy clothes or you gotta wear this and that, because if you wear something that's fitting or if you wear something that shows your curve, you literally got people that's looking at you like, girl, I'll do something to you, bitch, we cousins. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, why would that come across your mind? Like, why would you see me in that way? Like,
wait, real quickly, I misspoke. Yes, the grandmother is her grandmother. I misspoke. Yes, the grandmother is her mother's biological mother. So yeah. My bad, Simone. I misspoke. The grandmother is related to as her grandmother, but the granddaddy is her daddy and her granddaddy because he raped his own daughter. But I did do this. I screen recorded it. So we're going to have to do a live one day on that. We're going to have to do that members only.
Good. Yeah, I was just thinking that's going to be good. And the thing is, it's like, damn, and if she probably the only one that got pregnant, you can't tell me he only chose her and touched her.
Mm-hmm.
She the only one that got pregnant, because the predator that was in my family, you can't tell me that I was the only one that he was trying to mess with. I heard about other cousins and family members that he did that to. You see what I'm saying? And so you can't, it's not a one-off.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they choose one person to say, I'll never be a predator again. Like, no, it's a pattern. Like, she probably the only one that got pregnant, but she wasn't the only one that he touch. Like,
no, obviously not. But you know what I noticed too? You know where we get that crap from back in the day when we would send off our young girls because they was pregnant because we didn't want nobody to know? That stems from the church. Because before that, young girls was getting pregnant all the time by their daddies, their uncles, their friends, with anybody. And it was just like, oh, she got pregnant. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't shunned. It wasn't until the clear people came in
and made it be like, oh, that's just a horrible thing. So where black people started shipping off their kids out of embarrassment. That's what that was really about, embarrassment. And then next thing you know, the grandmother got a new baby. You know what I'm saying? But the baby
Right.
really ain't for the grandmother. The baby is
Right.
really for the daughter, but the daughter went away.
Right. But you remember that's like what we was talking about when you be talking about on your channel. You remember how the grown men be going by the high school, the older dudes
Yeah.
to the little girls. You know what I'm saying? The younger girls, like it's generational.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's something that, and I'm not just gonna say that it happened in black communities, because it happened in white communities too.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I think it happened in every community. I just think that it gotta stop being covered up, and people have to talk about it. Because I remember when, okay, so I remember, y'all. I'm just gonna tell the story. I remember because I don't care. You know what I'm saying? My daughter. I'm telling you a story, daughter. Don't be upset with me. But I remember I got a phone call, right? And it said that one of my brothers tried to touch one of my nieces, right? And I was like, what? My brother wouldn't do no mess like that. Cause I got more than one brother. And then I was like, my brother would not do anything like that. Like that don't even make no sense. And I remember my daughter said, I got a friend, she got daughters, and she always told me, she said, when your daughter tell you that she need, you know how sometimes like when as parents and I kids say, mama, I need to talk to you, and we'll say, tell me what you want. And they be like, well, I want to talk to you in private. We'll be like, girl, I ain't got time for that. Tell me what you want.
Right.
And so my homegirl told me, she said, whenever your daughter tell you that they need to talk to you, excuse yourself and go have a conversation with your child.
Right.
Don't ever make them discuss whatever they're trying to talk to you in private in front of other people.
Right.
And so I was on the phone talking to somebody, and my daughter said, Mama, I need to talk to you. And I told the person, I was like, hey, I'm gonna call you back. I need to see what my daughter wants. And my daughter said, she's not lying, Mom. Because it was one of my nieces, right, that was saying that one of my brothers touched them. And I was like, what do you mean she ain't lying? She got to be lying, because I know my brother wouldn't do no mess like that. Like, my brother is not a predator. And she said, how I know, Mama, is because he did the same thing to me.
Wow.
And I said, what? Girl, 1,000 things start going through my mind. Like, should I off this bitch? I gotta kill him because this is my kid, bitch. You gotta die today. You know what I'm saying? And she said the reason why I didn't tell you is because I felt like you would have did something, and then I won't have you either. You know what I'm saying? And she said, Mama, please don't do anything crazy. She said, I have moved on. I have healed. And boo, I'm gonna tell you, like, that still messed with me today, because
I can imagine.
She literally went through it and healed before I even knew anything about it. You
right.
Like that, to me, that was the craziest thing. And if she have not told me that, I probably would have not believed that he could do that. You see what I'm saying? But I believe my child, and I know she ain't lying. So it just, and so from that point, I knew, and this is when I only had 2 kids, my oldest and my youngest. You see what I'm saying? And this is when I started having my other kid, like, they went to nobody's house, because I realized then, not even with your brothers and sisters, not even with your closest family, can you trust your kids. You know what I mean? Like, and that's when I start to realize that it literally has nothing to do with because I always felt like I can trust, my family. I may not be able to trust people out in the streets, but you can trust the people inside. You know what I'm saying? So at that particular point, I literally start understanding that it's not about who the person is or if they related to you. It just, you can't just trust people when it comes to your kids or your you just can't do it. And that was,
and we have to believe our kids too. When a child come and tell you something that another adult did to them, do you know how much courage that child has to muster up to even do that? And And we have to understand, and I thank God, you know, as far as I know, ain't nothing like that ever happened to my child. And I would die on the inside if I found out if something had if she didn't tell me. You know what I'm saying? But we have a really close relationship. But again, I can't say what, you know, how somebody will respond to something like that. But what I wanted to say is, as parents, if a child come to you and tell you, any adult, I don't care who that is, did something or violated them like that, you have to believe them. Now, I'm not saying there aren't some cases where some children just be on some BS. I would be foolish to say that that doesn't exist, because it does. But what I'm saying is, for the most part, that's typically not a lie. And a lot of parents tell themselves that because they don't want to face the fact that the person who they thought they knew is really somebody they have no idea who these people are. So, like I said, my heart goes out to your daughter. I reached out to the lady for an interview because I do want to interview her. She hasn't DM'd me back as of yet. Let me see. No, she haven't DM'd me back as of yet. But if she does DM me back, I definitely want to do an interview with her, and because she says she's writing a book and everything, and kind of get her story on what, you know, her life and things of that nature. Because she's right now actively fighting other family members who's saying that she's lying. And why would this lady lie about this?
And then it's nothing to lie about. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that they be so in love with that person that they can't see that person has flaws. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened to me, because I told you, they told me, oh, well, he probably was just drunk. And that crushed me, because I knew, regardless of if they was drunk or not, I was 11 years old.
Right.
And I'm telling you what this person did to me. What I had to do was I had to tell my sisters, right? Because me and my sister and them, we all a year apart. I had to tell my sisters, and my sister and them, my mama was working, you know what I mean? And at that time, my adopted dad had already died. So my mom had to work, you know what I'm saying? So at that point, my sister was like, we can't leave her alone. You know what I mean? Because if he knew I was home by myself, you know what I'm saying? Because my mama was working, my sister was in the streets. They knew that at that point, I never wanted to be home alone, because I was afraid what would happen if he knew I was there, and if I'm there by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like at the time, I had to like protect myself, and it was not only through just him, it was other people in my family, on my daddy's side, on my mama's side. You know what I'm saying? And then I was raped as an adult. Like, so it's just like psychological trauma that continue. And for me, I literally had to bury some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And just say, okay, it happened. Leave it in God's hand. You got to move on. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, this is how people become like, I believe if you see a girl that's out here on crack, and you see like some of this stuff, a lot of these people are doing that to self-medicate from the hurt and the trauma and the pain that they don't been through in life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people do. They got to self-medicate. And I'm going to tell you, they either go to drugs and self-medicate, or they run to the church.
Yep.
Medicate on Jesus.
I'm about to say, because the church is medication and drugs too. That's what it is. It's just a different form. But I gotta get off, Miss Parker, because I gotta get ready for the live. But
and I gotta get off too, because you know we been get ready for the live. I'm gonna
Boo, if you don't speak to me, Boo, I'm gonna crush you, Boo. You gonna be on punishment just like Miss Parker.
Who this is?
Who you think it is, darn it?
I can't see. Hold on, let me get my phone.
Hurry up and come get this phone, because you're gonna be on punishment with the rest of these girls. In
Who this is?
I know she's not asking who this is. I know she not. Don't tell her nothing, Parker. Don't tell her nothing, Roxy.
Oh Lord.
No, I can't.
This Simone?
Shut up, Roxy.
No, that's Grandma.
Oh, Grandma. Girl. Hey, Grandma. You look so young. I ain't seen you, first of all. I ain't seen you on live in 20 years.
It's the braids, Boo. Don't come for me like I didn't get young before. I've been looking young all my life.
Yeah, you do. But look, I ain't seen you. You know, I ain't had a calling panel in so long, and people ain't been up on the live in so long. I forgot how people look, child.
I know, baby. I know. You been okay?
Yeah, I've been good. Just working, girl. They be
I
working
know.
me like a slave over here on YouTube.
Well, at least you doing that. At least you doing that. At least you got that
Yeah.
going. Well, I still tune in every now and then and click the like. You know, I'm always clicking the like button no matter what, whether I look at the video or not.
Thank you. I
Ain't
appreciate
no
the support.
subscribe. I'm subscribed. You ain't see me and what's the girl name? It was me and a girl, boss lady that was in there just chatting up on Rumble the other day while you was live. You was
Boss
live on
lady?
YouTube. Yes, you was live on YouTube, but it was just me and her by ourselves in the chat on Rumble listening to you.
Oh, I ain't see that.
You need to look at the comments and Rumble too when you're doing both at the same time, Voodoo.
I normally have both of my iPad up and my laptop. So I
Well,
gotta
that
start.
was
You're
my
right. I need to
that was
start
my
looking at it.
testimony. That was the only story I wanted to share. That I felt bad that I was sitting here chatting with Voodoo for the longest and that she didn't respond to me. But I came up from it. God bless me, and I came up from it. Thank you, Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'm
I love you,
sorry.
Voodoo. You know I love you forever and ever and ever.
Love you.
I love you more stinkers.
All right, I'm gonna get off of here.
All
Because
right, baby.
I gotta eat and get ready for this doggone live, child.
Okay, I'll be there.
All right.
All right, love bug.
Ma, you gonna share your story?
No, no, because it's too sensitive right now. I'm sitting up here listening. I came in on the last note of someone else, and I don't feel like crying today. I didn't already cried enough today, so I'll share another time if you don't mind.
That's fine.
I really just wanted to come up here and say hi to Voodoo because I hadn't seen my baby.
Anybody else want to share?
I'm getting down. I'm getting down. I'm getting down. Nikki, I love you, Nikki. I don't know what happened. I saw somebody put blessings, Nikki, in the chat, but I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna listen to this. And you know, good and well, I'm gonna find out a way to reach out to you personally. Miss Simone, I don't know if Cynthia in here. Those are the girls we connected yesterday. But everybody know I love them. And if my grandchildren are in here watching, I love y'all too.
Yeah, you see your grandson in here. I just see him.
No, I don't see them because I'm over here on StreamYard and I'm on my cell phone. So, all right, I love everybody. Y'all be good.
Love you too.
I'll talk to you soon. All right, babe.
Okay, so I just checked to see if anybody else wanted to come up and share, but I just think that we have to we are overcome by our testimonies. You know what I'm saying? And so I always tell people anything that is under my feet, can't nobody use it over my head. You know what I'm saying? You know how some people be like, well, I don't want to say that because they think that somebody's going to use what they say against them. Well, you can't use what I say against me because everything that I say out of my mouth, I have already been delivered from it. I am already free from it. So you can't use nothing against me. I always tell people, don't say nothing out your mouth that you are not delivered or you're not set free from, because you don't want to cause yourself your own trauma. You know what I mean? So for me, I always tell people anything that I say out my mouth is under my feet. You can't use it over my head. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that Yep, Empress. That's my son. Y'all, yeah. That's my son, y'all. He's an artist, but that's all I Yes, Jen, you got to catch the replay, gang. But that was all. I said that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start coming live every day, just for an hour or maybe longer, but just because I got to get my subscribers up. You know what I'm saying? I got to get my subscribers up. I got to take this serious. I got to take this as a job. Y'all know we don't do celebrity gossip over here. We don't do any of that stuff. We literally talk about like self-healing, self-motivation, like stuff that we can literally learn from. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, mama.
So wait a minute. Is this the one that sing? My grandson that can sing?
Grandson, you know what? I'm gonna call your phone when you get off here. I need to hear you sing for me. I do. I really do, because I'm a singer. And I heard your sister singing, and they told me, oh, I'm not gonna say your name because I do know your name. But I'm gonna say, so they said Zulu can sing. Zulu can sing. They didn't say that, but they said your name. So
hold
I
on,
need to hear you sing so we can vibe so bad. Oh my God, Zulu, I need to see your face. I've been praying for you, young man. You have no idea. No idea.
Y'all know I got kids that sing and rap. You know what I'm saying? Like my daughter sing and my son is a rapper. Right?
And don't get shy when grandma get on this phone with this FaceTime. I want you to sing for me.
So let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up one of his videos, Mom, so that way you can kind of
I saw his videos already, child. Unless he did something recently, but I didn't see him, and that's why the heck I want to hear him sing myself. Look, mind your business, okay? It's between me and my grandson.
I'm trying to see.
Where my great grand at?
With his mama, he had a dentist appointment today.
No, not that one. Not that one.
Which one?
The one that was talking to Naya on the phone the other day.
Oh, Naomi, she in the room. She in the living room.
Okay.
She in the living room.
Because you know Naya asked about her.
Them two something else.
Man, look here. I ain't got time for them.
Hold up. Let me see. Dre, this y'all listen to this. This 14 years old, y'all. Listen to this. This is 14 years old. Let me share my screen so y'all can hear this. 14 years, y'all. Y'all ain't gonna believe it, but this is 14 years old. Dre, I don't know if you remember this, son. He sang. I say my mama gone. And he sang a rap. Y'all can I say my mama gone. Dre, don't be mad. Mama gone. I say my mama gone. Whenever I need her, she's always by my side.
Oh. Yeah, that make me cry. That make me cry.
That's him.
And that's that baby right there. That's grandma baby.
Someone to vibe with when you wanna chill. And she gon' sugarcoat, she gon' keep it real. She got goals.
Don't be mad at me, Dre. I'm sorry. Your grandma won't hear you sing. I'm so sorry.
Listen here, Dre. I did hear that song already, Dre. I did. And I want you to know this grandma of 18, that this tag I got, it come from, y'all didn't add it on too. You're a part of that 18. You're a part of grandma's 18, just know.
And wait, y'all, hold on. I'm gonna let y'all hear one more. Wait, is it this? Wait, switch users. Maybe how do I switch users? Okay, this is I don't know how to get to it. I'm trying to figure out how I get to it. Let me see how I get to it. But I'm gonna let y'all hear Maya. Maya, don't get mad at me if you don't hear Maya. Do not get mad.
Listen here, Maya. Listen here. I heard Maya in church, girl, and that just did something to me. Did something to me. You know it did. That little girl. Them kids are talented.
Yeah, Maya.
We will have to start our own industry because you know we always want to see our kids grow and get in this industry, but this industry ain't the industry. We need to create our own industry because this industry is destroyed and it sucks. No matter where you go, no matter what genre of music that you decide you want to go into, it's always some crap. it would be great to see a Black person start their own and bring other people on without all the bull crap, and they be able to rise, you know.
Yeah,
But
you absolutely.
they find ways to shoot you down when you start rising without them. They find ways.
You absolutely right about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's okay, here it is. Why you don't get mad, y'all? Let me see how many years ago this was, y'all. 11 years.
If it had not been for the shame, I never would have been ready for the pain. Oh, if it had not been for the freedom, I would have never known how anointed I would be. Oh, yeah. If it had not been for the breath, I would
Sing, Maya.
walk into my destiny, preparing me, preparing me, preparing me for greater. I feel a shaking in the spirit. I feel the beating in the spirit. Oh, I feel the pressing in the spirit, preparing me for freedom. I feel the shaking in the spirit. Oh yeah, I feel the
Sing,
pressing
baby.
in the spirit. I feel the shaking in the spirit. Preparing me for freedom. Yeah. If it had not been, oh, if it had not been for freedom, oh, I wanna know how I know
Y'all think you gonna get mad?
if it had not been. Oh, even wow. He allowed it to happen. He prepared me on my prayer. Yeah, I feel yes, I do. I feel the beating. I feel the pressing. He's preparing me for freedom. Yes, he is. I feel. Yes, I do. I feel the beating. I feel the pressing. He's preparing me for freedom. Yes, he is. But the Lord never smiled up and all because your freedom is too late. Freedom is coming. I can see. Freedom is coming. My freedom is coming. My freedom is coming. I know I ain't the only one who done been through some things, and you, when you look back over all the stuff you done did, and you know that bullet was meant for you. I mean, I know I don't look like what I've been through. I know I don't look like what I've been through. But that bullet was meant for me. But
Tell him, baby. Tell him.
that shit was like, I know.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
I thank you for what you allowed to happen to me, oh God. I thank you for what you allowed to happen. You let it hurt me, but you didn't let it kill me. Because it ain't hurt until you made me, oh God. I thank you for what you allowed me, oh God.
Yes.
I thank you for everything that you pulled me through, oh God. I thank you for being my deliverer, oh Lord. And thank you for being my Lord, for my truth. I don't thank you. So I thank you for what you allowed me to go through, oh God. I know I ain't the only one. I know it.
That's my baby. That is my baby. But y'all know I got a house full of singers and preachers but I appreciate you for everybody tapping in today. We're going to come back tomorrow. Like I said, this channel is all about uplifting. We are all about positive vibes. Like, I want us to grow and learn together. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is what we're doing. We're growing, we're learning together, and we're going to continue to, prosper and teach each other. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one, because we can all learn from each other. We can all get something from each other, and we can all learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you make me learn from my story, I can learn from your story. You know what I'm saying? We all got something in us that can teach someone else. So tomorrow is a new day. We may be jolting and talking about something else tomorrow. Who knows? But we got to get ready. Y'all know Boo finna go live at 5 o'clock. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to the Dollhouse, because my home finna get ready to go live. I love y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow.